I think cinematically and in a plot and emotional shift in the movie is when she's in the tent and the light changes and the lights go down and she's sitting there and she's in complete darkness, the main character. So she's sitting there and the car lights pull away and she's alone in the tent, and you know suddenly that like nothing's right, and this is a character that is not okay by herself, and suddenly I think that the audience feels like something's going to go wrong. This woman's not going to sit alone by herself, and she's going to go out and look for trouble. And so that's my favorite. That's sort of, for me, the biggest shift. And then also, I think prior to that scene in my film is in the bar scene when we actually see them sort of in a glimpse of, even though the pressure of the whole film is them on the run committing this crime, is them in the bar, where we get sort of a glimpse of what they might have been like before any of this started, and understand why they were ever in love, or sort of a playfulness in their relationship. And so for me, those are the pretty two pivotal scenes in the movie. The first one that's coming to my mind, and it's just because I've been watching a lot of these movies, but the first movie that comes to mind, and it's more of a nostalgic thing, it's not necessarily the film that's crowned for its cinematic achievements, but there's this film, Urban Cowboy, with John Travolta in it and Deborah Winger, and I remember being really connected to this movie specifically because it's about poor people in America, and there aren't that many movies about poor people in America that are, I guess, a lot of times they glorify it, and this movie doesn't really glorify it. And there's this moment where they get their first trailer, and they're so happy, and I feel like that moment is so a part of where I come from that I haven't replaced that moment in my head.